Well, this segment is going to be quite, I don't want to say boring, but it's going to be very repetitive movement. I'm just giving a first layer to our background, and I'm using you can use either burnt sienna, burnt umber. You can use one of those like warm browny colors, and it's very, very liquidy, so I'm using you're gonna see on the plate there will be just tons of liquid, so I wanted to go very liquidy, especially on the bumpy parts, the textury parts that we used mixed media. We used the paste and we created this beautiful bumpy areas, which are going to be mountains ultimately, and also the daisies that will be growing on the mountains. And I want to get the liquid really, really, really inside, like just soaking in. I don't want to leave one little teensy little splatter of white, so I want to really, really cover everything. And that is very, very important, because this is going to be right now your opportunity, let's say, to give this gorgeous, gorgeous color to like the first layer, which also very important in oil paints. Well, as you see now, I'm speeding up the video just to shorten out the whole process, and it looks a bit comical, but right, so for oil paints, the first layer, that liquidy first layer, generally is done by with this particular color, with that like burnt sienna, burnt umber-ish sort of shade. It's super duperly important, because this is the layer that's acting as a glue and will be holding up everything that's going to be layering up on top. And we are going to be using very, very thick, juicy strokes, juicy chunks of paint. So we want to give it a very nice first liquidy layer for our painting. And because of the texture that we added here, we really want to have it all covered, because you will see later on we'll be applying more colors with a brush and with a palette knife, and it's just gonna be super important this moment. Now it looks funny and it looks kind of boring, and it looks nothing like, you know, what painting eventually will look like, but it's a very important process, part of the process. And I just cannot emphasize enough to, again, every spot you want to cover it up, every little white spot should be eliminated. Okay, so that's also going to be speeding up. And what else I would like to say here? Well, parts in terms of the composition, like what we created, those few lines when we did at the beginning, where we marked the outlines of the mountains. I want you to don't stress out too much about it. It's really right now it will be shaping up once we start actually creating the mountains, the outline. I actually like the outlines that I did, so I'm gonna be sticking to those outlines. But if in case for some reason you felt like, oh no, I want to change a few things, I want to add maybe another mountaintop or maybe eliminate one, that's totally fine. You absolutely could, not a problem. It will be like after the first layer is done, after we cover up the first layer, like what we're doing now. You could, once you start applying the colors, the next thing will be the sky. We'll be applying the colors for the sky. Those are the colors that could, let's say, shape to create one more mountain tip, or to eat up whatever mountain that whatever part of the mountain you didn't like, or to shape a few things up. And it's very, very forgiving technique. It's absolutely not, not that you can't fix anything. Oil painting in general is just very super duperly forgiving, super duperly nice technique, and it's definitely very rewarding to work with, and it's just one of my favorites, truly. And here, yes, so we're just finishing more things with the background, and that's it. And I'll see you guys on the next segment, and that's going to be sky.